Coverage of the Ruidoso Futurity weekend on StallionSearch.com is brought to you by the Stallions of Cavanaugh Quarter Horses, Good Candy P, and Uncle D. Looking over the fastest qualifiers list on StallionSearch.com, you will see both the Futurity and the Derby have something in common. Eduardo Nicascio had quite the weekend up on the mountain in Ruidoso for the trials for the first leg of the Ruidoso Triple Crown. First, he was aboard the Chris O'Dell-trained Trusty Jess, a Jess Good Candy gelding that qualified fastest in the Futurity trial on that day one, with a time of 17.394 seconds for the 350 yards.
Relentless Eagle to come on to challenge, and now here comes Trusty Jess, and in the extreme outside is Tia Perla, and Trusty Jess is kicked on. Trusty Jess can win from Relentless Eagle.
And then he came back in the Grade 1 Ruidoso Derby trials and had to push Cyber Attack at a decent clip to hold off his rivals to qualify as the fastest qualifier going into the Ruidoso Derby finals.
Is beginning to motor on. Then we have a 2-7 and Cyber Attack and Ivory Senator battle away, and into the inside Rocket Jess v Cyber Attack. Ivory Senator, those two in the photo for the win. Then Rocket Jess v.
StallionSearch.com was able to catch up with the talented rider about both of his mounts going into the Ruidoso Derby on Saturday and the mount on Trusty Jess in the Futurity finals on Sunday.
I came in February the first time to work the horse, and I worked a couple, maybe 6, 7, and I worked that one. I think when I worked that one, I told Chris, I think this is going to be one of my favorite horses. I think it's a good horse for the first Futurity. 253 yards is good for him. And he came to the school and races. He don't break, and he's still coming really fast. So I still told Chris, I think it's still my favorite horse for the trials for the first Futurity. After the school and races, Chris talking about I put the flipping halter because he don't break. So he trained a little bit with the flipping halter before the trials, and I break it. I just jump it 50 yards and break pretty good. And the trials stay perfect. Break, maybe I break not what I want, but he break pretty awesome. And then past the 200 yards, I feel like I can win the trial, and I feel it was pretty fast. Okay. Well, Cyber Attack's been changing a lot. When it was 2 years, he put the fastest time in the Ruidoso Futurity. And ran second. He cut off his front foot. And he missed the Rainbow. Missed the All-American. Missed the Golden State. And I was training pretty good. He go back over there to California. Put the fastest time. Win the 2 millions. And he started, that horse started growing up and do a little bit more smart. He was kind of a little bit get trouble in the gates. And but now, I started working with that horse in February too. February, March, started working, galloping it, and I think it's a different horse. It's more smart, growing up a lot. That's pretty smart in the gates. And he ran pretty good in the trials. I think he was a little tired. I think it's a tough race, but I think he got a pretty good chance. I think he need the race and in the trials, so I feel he's going to run a little bit better.
Introducing the Stallions of Cavanaugh Quarter Horses. Good Candy P, the son of champion runner and champion sire Good Reason S.A., is out of the 3-time stakes producing and multiple graded stakes winning Send This Wagon, a half-sister to All-American Futurity winner Jess Good Candy. Good Candy P was a $340,000 Ruidoso yearling sales graduate and was a finalist with this qualifying effort into the Grade 1 $1 million Ruidoso Futurity. Good Candy P's first crop are yearlings of 2023. Standing at Lazy E Ranch in Guthrie, Oklahoma, is the royally bred Uncle D, the son of the legendary sire Corona Cartel out of the multiple stakes-producing mare Little Surfer. Uncle D carries with him the smart money incentive of $50,000, payable to the breeder, owner, and the trainer for any offspring to win a Grade 1 Futurity or Derby from the first 3 crops of runners. After a runner-up finished in the Grade 1 Heritage Place Futurity at 2, Uncle D rattled off consecutive stakes wins in the $1 million Grade 1 Rainbow Futurity, and then a win in the All-American Juvenile. Like Good Candy P, the first crop of offspring from Uncle D are yearlings of 2023. Quality and commitment to improving the standard in the sire ranks in Oklahoma. The Stallions of Cavanaugh Quarter Horses.